Welcome bitches, one and all, to my reaction to Season 1, Episode 15 of the Vampire Diaries, A Few Good Men. So last time we got hit with the huge revelation that Catherine has never actually been in the tomb this entire time, and that since the day that they thought she had been in there, 150 years ago, she's actually been out in the world just living her life. How this is going to impact Damon and whether he's going to try and find her or anything, who knows? But that is going to be a huge blow. Whether he wants to find her either, because that's a huge betrayal. Like, he spent this whole time trying to get her back. Then later on, we saw that the tomb hadn't actually been closed, and the blood that Damon had splattered on the wall got to another vampire, and he managed to get the strength to escape. Now, I don't know if this means that more vampires are going to come back, if he's going to help more out of the tomb. We shall see. Now, obviously, we had the really sad scene where Bonnie discovered that her grandma had passed away, probably because she used all of her strength during the spell. And it was made even sadder because, as one of my lovely patrons let me know, the actress's grandmother had passed away at the time, so she was literally using her raw emotions, and you could tell, because that was a beautiful scene. But that's gonna be a huge impact, because who's gonna teach Bonnie magic? How's she gonna learn anything? Has she still got the grimoire? Can she still learn from that? Who knows? So yeah, episode 15. There's no real clear indication as to where the season is going right now, in my opinion. There's still loads of things that could happen. Like, there isn't a clear set, this is gonna all culminate to so-and-so at the end. I'm excited to get into it and find out what the lead up to the finale will be, you know? But yeah, without further ado, let's begin. Why do I feel like you're gonna die? Whenever there's a lone person who we've never met before.
Jeez. You scared me.
Oh, you're fucked.
I'm sorry. Sorry for what?
Killing you. Yeah. Well, damn. Take his blood and his clothes, why don't you? Fucking rude if you ask me.
Isobel Peterson.
Do you think that's her real name?
Pregnant teenage runaway? Probably not. I binged it. I searched for all
Bing?
the persons in this area.
Bing?
Here's Isobel.
Oh, you've lost my respect.
Isobel.
This is her address.
What about Isobel?
I couldn't find anything about her.
Jenna.
Listen, there's something else. Mr. Saltzman,
Yeah.
his wife was from around here. And her name was also Isobel.
Wait,
Was.
as in...
She died.
Well, we don't know that. She could be a vampire.
It's not possible. The coincidence is... it's too much.
Stefan, tell her the truth.
Talk to Isabel's friend. I'll go with you. Yeah?
God, I know he does it to protect her, but it's just so frustrating when he literally just does not tell her the truth. He shares, like, the snippets that will keep her, like, from asking questions, but he never gives her the details. Pisses me off.
It's been the last 145 years with one goal. Get in that tomb. I succeeded.
That was not your goal, and you did not succeed.
Oh, it's so liberating not having a master plan. Because I can do whatever the hell I want.
I don't think you think it's liberating. I think you've lost your purpose.
There was a woman you may have known. I just want to know if you remember anything about her.
Oh, it's like a needle in a haystack, Stefan.
Well, think hard. It's important.
Nothing is important. Not anymore.
Well, damn.
Shouldn't we do something a little bit more bachelor patty?
Oh.
Something like this.
A kiss. How scandalous.
Oh, God. Not on my couch.
Mom. Hey.
Oh, shit.
Elena recently found out she was adopted, and she's been looking for her birth mother, whose name is Isobel.
Isobel? Like my wife? No way.
How do you know?
This is Elena's birth mother.
Is it?
She never told me.
Oh, shit, it is then. Confirmed? What's Elena gonna find? I feel like we're gonna get, like, a shock.
My name is Elena Gilbert. I wanted to talk to you about Isobel. Do you know if she had a baby that she gave up for adoption?
My God,
Yep.
you're her daughter. I was just gonna make some tea. Would you like some?
Sure.
The kitchen's this way.
Vampire check. So she knows about vampires then? Is that because she knows that her mum's a vampire?
I haven't thought about Isobel in years.
When was the last time you saw her?
17 years ago, When she left to go have you.
Do you have any idea who my father is?
I could never get her to fess up.
She knows.
Where did she go?
Somewhere in North Carolina. Duke, I think. Smart girl, smart school. Let me just grab that.
Yeah, this woman is like terrified. What is going on? Who are you calling? Ah, does she know the father and that's why?
So,
And like she's just texted the father?
blonde's the new flavor of the month, huh? So sorry, I just...
She needs to think. I need to process that. So she obviously knows about vampires because she did the vampire check of... Wait, no. Did she invite her in? Could you take that as an invite? The kitchen's this way? Because you're essentially inviting them in if you think about it. Because you're giving like the go-ahead of the kitchen's this way. But does that not count? To me, from what I took from that scene, this woman is not a vampire, but she did the check to see if Elena was going to walk through the door. Because if she walked through the door without being invited in, then she's obviously not a vampire. I feel like the mum's going to be a vampire. Because we saw Damon run away with her. Like, he took the body. But did he actually kill her or did he turn her? Because he was very nonchalant about turning Vicky. Maybe he's done it to a few other people over the years.
So it's true. Your wife Isobel was Elena's birth mother.
Does she know about Damon and Isobel?
No. I couldn't tell her, not until I was sure.
Are you going to tell her, though?
I'll handle it, but for now, I need you to let it go.
Is that what you'll tell Elena? Let it go.
Nice, Alaric. He ain't going to tell her the truth.
I was doing research, and I dug up all this stuff about the small town in Virginia near where I grew up. And they say that it's animal attacks, except these bodies are drained of blood.
So she was getting deep
It's
into it all.
vampires.
I'll get my garlic and holy water.
You think that this is cute, but I'm gonna prove it.
I mean, she sure did prove it.
You haven't touched your tea.
She drugged it. Spit it out, Elena. Vervain?
What is this?
Oh, it's just some herbal mixture.
Vervain?
Vervain?
Ah. Yeah, bitch, she knows.
You didn't invite me in. And you're
Yeah.
serving Vervain tea, you know. What are you not telling me?
Please, leave. Now.
Is she being held here by a vampire? Who are you? Who are you? Who the fuck are you? Oh, Elena, this man is gonna follow you.
There's a fundraiser here tonight that the Founders Council is throwing. We're short a bachelor.
You're like raffling off a predator to prey.
Can you get information on someone for me? Alaric Saltzman, the history teacher. There's just something a little off about him. And I just want to make sure that the high school did their homework on this guy.
You got it.
Why do I feel like Damon does know his wife a lot more than he's saying?
I didn't tell her anything. I kept my promise.
Good.
So I'm done?
Yes.
Oh, he's gonna kill you.
No, I won't invite you in. You can't come in.
I'm not a vampire.
I did what you told me. I did my part.
And now I have to do mine.
Yeah, you're dead, love. Like, get Stefan over there to give her his blood and heal the bitch up. Well, sensory overload from being locked away, or is it something else? Uh-oh.
Stefan?
Better. Me. Dashing. Gorgeous.
Fucking beautiful.
What can I do for you? I'm
I don't know, maybe take the shirt back off. Well, if you ask me, I mean, oh no.
Can I?
So, I found out who my birth mother is.
Oh shit.
She left you. She sucks.
I mean, that's one way to look at it.
Stefan, there you are.
Stefan ain't gonna like how close you two were.
So I went to see Trudy Peterson. She knows about vampires, Stefan. It can't be a coincidence.
It isn't. This is Alaric's wife.
This is her. This is Isobel.
She was killed by one.
Oh my god.
Stefan.
Hold off a little while before you talk to him.
I just don't think you should be keeping this information from her. Like, yeah, Damon's not in a good state right now, but I don't think Damon would hurt Elena for questioning him about it.
Where'd our girlfriend go?
Did he say our girlfriend again?
This is the woman, Isobel, from North Carolina.
Sorry. Don't know her. Hey, are you coming?
Yes, you do. Oh. Bit of unspoken tension between those two.
Turns out his wife went missing a few years back in North Carolina.
North Carolina. Does she have a name?
Yeah, Isobel.
What do you know, Damon? Don't hurt Alaric.
A couple years ago, I was in North Carolina, near the Duke campus, actually. I think Alaric went to school there. Didn't you, Rick?
Huh.
I know your wife did.
Oh.
I had a drink with her once. Because she was delicious.
Oh no. Yeah, Lena. Yeah.
Okay. Damon was the vampire that killed her?
I don't know what happened. Lark said that they never found the body.
Oh my god.
He doesn't know about the connection to you. I thought about confronting him, but he's already so on edge.
Why are you protecting him?
Yeah.
You're not the only one. Hoping that you might actually change.
I don't believe you, Stefan. I'm sorry.
That man.
What?
I saw
shit.
that man outside of Trudy's.
Well, are they part of like some organization or?
4, 5, 8.
I was thinking earlier, are they to do with Catherine's family line? Because they were saying before they didn't want to dig into Catherine's family line, like 'cause they didn't want anyone to know that they were digging. So I wonder if he's some kind of like, I don't know, like he's trying to keep stuff under wraps for Catherine.
Okay, just stop.
Uh-oh.
Stop trying so hard. This thing you're doing, this nice thing, it's fake. Like you, like your mom.
Oh.
I don't like you, okay? So, tell
Well,
your boy
you're just a little bit of a bitch though, aren't you?
Whoa, easy.
Oh, Damon.
Did you enjoy that? Rubbing it into a Lark Saltzman?
What?
Just as I was starting to think that there was something redeemable about you.
Elena.
Do it, Elena.
Did I forget to mention earlier when we were talking? Her name was Isobel.
Yep.
Go ahead. Reminisce about how you killed her.
I don't think he did.
Let's get you home.
Careful.
I have a message for you.
What?
From who? Catherine?
Isobel.
You need to stop looking. Do you understand?
She's alive? Does that mean that she's a...
A vampire.
Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Good.
Under compulsion. Oh. I didn't even think of that.
I'm done now.
I just was not expecting that. My whole body just went into shock. What the fuck?
Are you really this stupid?
Alaric? She's not... I don't think she's dead, mate. Damon, careful. You're a bit out of it right now.
I turned her. She came to me, all pathetic, looking for vampires. There was something about her.
You turned her because you liked her.
No, I slept with her because I liked her. I turned her because she begged me to. I guess she wasn't happy at home. Wasn't happy with life in
Oh,
general.
shit.
Wasn't happy with you.
Oh, shit.
This is a shame.
Damon! Someone save him. I refuse to believe he's gonna die here. No. No. Bullshit. I don't believe it. They didn't just kill him off.
What happened? What did you do?
Do what? He attacked me. Isabel came to me. She found me. And if she's related to Elena, I mean she's related to Catherine, maybe Catherine sent her to me. Can't be a coincidence Isabel sought me out. Can't.
Oh, Damon. He's just looking for some kind of purpose in life. Was he given vampire blood? Oh my god, is he coming back as a vampire? Oh my god. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What?
Isobel, where'd you get this?
If I told you, you'd laugh at me.
What, like Mark of Cain or something?
Promise me that you'll always wear it.
This ring protected me.
How?
It's impossible. I know.
Interesting. Who's she calling?
Was there a problem?
Ah, she took the guy's phone.
What's going on? Isabel?
Yep. Yep. Confirmed then. She is alive. What's going on with this woman? Is she a vampire as well?
Pearl! It's hard.
Pearl. Ah.
May I come in?
Any friend of Pearl's is a friend of mine. Please do. Come in.
Oh, have they like put that woman in a trance to let them live at her house? Interesting. So Isabel is somehow related to Catherine. However, we still have not got confirmation as to when Catherine herself was turned. Because she turned Damon and Stefan, what, 150-ish years ago? But when was she turned? Because if this person is a descendant of her, it would either have been that she had a baby before she was a vampire, or she had like a sister or something, and this is their descendants. So I wouldn't assume that she was a new vampire when she met Damon and Stefan, because it seemed like she had done this before, where she had like put guys in trances and, you know, got with them. And do you get what I mean? It seems like she had lived this life of doing the same thing with men over and over, and she had just moved on to Damon and Stefan at that time, which means that I feel like she would be around for a lot longer. Now, Isobel not wanting to find Elena, I find that quite interesting. I don't know if it's because of a negative reason, or like if she's protecting Elena, or if she doesn't want to see Elena because she doesn't want anything to do with her. I mean, I find it really interesting that she wanted to be a vampire, because I get being transfixed on it and wanting to find out from a purely academic mindset of like, you want to find out if these things are real, you want to find out if these mythical things exist. So I understand that, but to actually want to become a vampire, someone who is essentially dead, someone who feeds on humans to survive, it's a bit of an interesting take, and I just can't see the positives of it. Like, I can't see why she would want to. Now, obviously throughout the episode we have Damon lying to himself and trying to convince himself that this thing with Catherine hasn't affected him and that his whole goal was to get in the tomb, and he completed his goal, which, bullshit. His goal was to get Catherine out of the tomb. That was the goal. And I feel like not finding Catherine, but not only that, finding out that she didn't care enough to let him know that she was alive and all that, and out in the world, I feel like that's done a huge blow to him, to the point that he's kind of lost his meaning to life. Because the whole time he has been a vampire, he's been planning to get her out of this. That has been his goal. He's had this, like, life dream of getting her out and then living his life with her. So to have that just taken away, his whole reason for existing and reason for having this immortality has been questioned and is gone. So I feel like he's just going through a crisis. And like we saw earlier, him thinking that Isobel was a sign from Catherine is him just latching on to anything he can to convince himself that Catherine still wants to be with him and that this life that he had envisioned is still possible. Which, I don't see it. Like, we may see Catherine later. We're going to see Catherine later on, I guarantee it. But we may see her later on and she may say to Damon that she loves him and all that. But I think we can all agree that from what we've seen so far, that's bullshit. Because if you've been out in the world for 150 years and you apparently love this person, you would not be staying away from them. What reason would she have had to stay away? You know? She could just say to Damon, like, don't tell Stefan, like, let's just run away or whatever, and no one ever has to know that I'm still alive. There was no reason for it. She didn't want to come around because she didn't care enough. So I just find it really interesting that he's so fixated. Once again, I feel like I'm saying it every episode now, Stefan keeping stuff from Elena it's so frustrating. Because I don't think there's been a time ever that him keeping this information from Elena has actually helped. I don't think it's ever actually protected her. It's just caused more issues down the line with her having a lack of information. Because, like we saw before with Logan, her simply having that information would have given all the red flags and they could have stopped him way earlier than they did. If Stefan had literally just told her that he had been fed on by Vicky and that's how Vicky became vampire, like, it would have solved so many issues because Elena would have known beforehand. Do you get what I mean? It's so frustrating because I honestly don't think there's ever been a time that he has done something to protect her and it's actually worked. It may have protected her for 10 minutes, but it's never actually protected her in the long run. And so it's just so fucking annoying when he does it every single time. He gives her these like little nuggets of information to keep her quiet so that she won't go questioning herself. But he keeps all of the actual important shit away from her. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying he's got malicious intent or anything, but it doesn't matter because he shouldn't be doing it anyway. He should not be keeping this information from Elena. It's just so fucking frustrating. Now, Alaric's ring, I find that really interesting. I'm jumping to the idea of the Mark of Cain because I know that that's a very big thing in the vampire, like, lore. The Mark of Cain is like this mark of protection that protects you from anything. The fact that the ring had a symbol on it and it wasn't just a stone or something makes me think that it could be the mark. However, we have seen, the only other rings that we have seen with abilities in the show are the rings that Damon and Stefan wear, and we know that Bonnie's ancestor made them, Emily. So unless she knew a witch and the witch made a ring of protection. But the thing is, the reason I'm a bit iffy on that is that is that must be a huge piece of magic. Like, he was going to be murdered. He had been stabbed. He was literally going to die and it saved him. That essentially cheats death, which mustn't be an easy spell if it's a spell made by a witch. You know, it's just, I don't know. Still so many questions. How many episodes have we got? I believe it's 22. So that's what, 7 left? So that's still quite a bit to get up to the season finale. We're about a third of the way through then. So much has, oh my god, so much has happened. If you think through all the storylines, Jesus. I think it was episode 7 or 8 that Vicky died. So it's like it's been cut into thirds. So that was the cut off of that, and then we have moved on to this bit. I think it's really starting to like ramp up as to there being a bit more of a deeper storyline than we first thought, because this whole first season, there's been storylines, but they haven't been huge. You know, like there's been vampires locked in a tomb. There's 24 of them. Like, but there's never been a huge storyline to do with a place outside of the town, which I feel like we're ramping up to being, because that guy was obviously made by Isobel to hunt down Elena and tell her to not contact Isobel and to just stop looking. So there's a deeper meaning behind that. We've got Catherine has been out in the world this whole time and not been back to Mystic Falls, so there's a deeper meaning to what she's been doing out in the world. We've got Pearl trying to do something with these other vampires. There's something going on there. There's just a lot of things that, I don't know, it's like it's expanding away from the town, which I'm quite excited about. I hope that we find a lot more about vampires, and maybe, because this whole time I've been thinking, I know it's like bad to compare, but I think of something like Twilight where they have the Valturi, and there being this kind of, not necessarily government, but this kind of hierarchy of vampires in place. And I wonder if there's something to do with that in this universe. Because Stefan and Damon have never mentioned needing to, like, hide the secret because it's a law or something. But with how many vampires there are, there must be, like, not leaders, but important figures in the vampire world. There must be. It's just so annoying because, like, there's 7 episodes left and I feel like they're gonna not necessarily stretch it out. I don't think they're gonna stretch out a storyline that could be done in 1 episode. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, I know that they're gonna build it up over these 7 episodes, which I'm excited for, but it just makes me want to binge all 7 because I want to find out what happens. I know the finale is meant to be a big one, and I know that the season 2 open is meant to be a big one. So I don't know. I'm just excited to get there and to like wrap up season 1 just to see what they do with a season finale, you know? Now, Alaric and Jenna are very cute together, but it's very awkward because how can he pursue a relationship with a woman who is the aunt of his ex-wife who has been turned into a vampire and didn't love him? It's her daughter, and this woman is the aunt of the daughter and is the, like, quote-unquote parent of Elena now. Like, it's a bit of a weird relationship there, so I don't know what's going to go on with them two. They looked cute, but I don't know. Obviously, Damon's still fixated on the idea that Catherine wants to be with him and he's going to find her, but I with how manipulative Catherine is, I feel like once they find her, she's going to act like she loves Damon, but at the end of the day, I don't think she does. We've also got, which I keep thinking about, Lexi's boyfriend appeared in the episode when Damon and Elena went to, what was it, Georgia? And we haven't seen him again. And the actor seems so familiar, as if I've seen him on like a Vampire Diaries poster or something. Which is what makes me think that he comes back at some point. He just looks familiar. And so, I don't know, I feel like we're going to see him again. Because he's obviously another vampire. He had connections with a witch. I don't know. I'm rambling now because I'm just like, I'm trying to like connect the dots to everything, but I don't think there's any dots left to connect. I just need to wait for the next episode to get all the information. But yes, that was another amazing episode of The Vampire Diaries. The Vampire Diaries is so weird. Like, I watch an episode and every single one is just so good and so like packed with information and stories that it feels like it's the equivalent of watching like a movie, you know? Where you've got this whole storyline just played out so perfectly. And for a first season as well. You often find the first seasons are the roughest. So to have this good of a first season, I am shook. But yes, on that note, thank you very much for watching. I've left a link down below to my Patreon. You'll be able to find the early and uncut reactions to the Vampire Diaries and all the other shows that I do. If you enjoyed the reaction, please like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.